It is the 21st of November, the day after Black Friday and Thanksgiving and all that other business was last week. I'm sitting around 38,000 words, which is a little bit behind. I had sort of a slump a few days ago. I got to sort of the midpoint of the book in terms of what I had planned for an outline, and suddenly I just kind of had to sit down and think for a bit. I had to come up with not necessarily the plot structure and the overarching idea of the book, but actually just map out some scenes that I wanted to do in order to get there. And I've done that now. I think I've got a solid scene list for the rest of the book, at least for a first draft. And I'm pretty proud of that. It's feeling really good. It's for the first time in 4 years of doing NanoWriMo, I'm feeling like I am writing 50,000 words of a draft that could be used and iterated on and edited in the future. So I am looking forward to the future here. One thing that I'm thinking about though is that whenever you do NanoWriMo, you get a glimpse into the life of what it might be an author, you know, a full-time author, or maybe even just a part-time author. They write a ton. There's a couple of full-time authors in the Denver region doing NanoWriMo, and they won within like a matter of days because they knock out, you know, 8 to 12,000 words in a day. And for them, sitting down and writing like this is their job. And if you think about it, you know, we're at the end of the month, and I have been busy doing writing every single day. And so some other things have kind of fallen by the wayside. My hair is too long, my house is a mess. You know, there's stuff that I've put off, I've sacrificed in order to write more. And if you think about it, writers aren't limited to November. You know, for a writer that's consistently publishing and writing all the time, every mo is RIMO, you know, and so that's sort of a huge lifestyle change. That's something that you got to really enjoy. Now, that's on the same token isn't meant, I think, to discourage. I think there's still a market and still a place for people like myself who have full-time jobs doing other stuff that are, you know, profitable and taking care of the bills, and just want to not necessarily out of vanity write a book, but still write books that other people will enjoy, that they'll want to buy and read, and build a fan base, you know, eventually. And if that's one book a year or one book every other year, I think that probably through self-publishing, there's maybe still a market for that kind of writer. I would imagine that traditional publishers, because they want to make money and they want you to be a little more consistent, they expect you to continue writing, especially writing fiction, fantasy, sci-fi, that sort of stuff. Everything's kind of a series in those genres. And so that's just sort of something that's sort of been on my mind going forward. You know, how do I want to be as a writer after NanoWriMo?
So it's not much of an unboxing, but I just wanted to show you some gifts that I got from NanoWriMo for donating. Every time I do NanoWriMo, I generally donate about $25 to the cause, and in return we are given thank you gifts, and these come in the mail. So I got here a little bookmark here that says thank you 2018. There's the back. And then you get a little wristband that says, I'm going to put it down here, the sword with which I slay the beast called doubt. And there's a sword there. And then we got a nice sticker to add to my collection. And that one's different from the one that I got at the kickoff party. And then a pin that says NanoWriMo 2018. I don't really do anything with these, but it's a nice looking pin. The last thing I wanted to talk about in this update was I finally made it to a community write-in. My previous NanoWriMos were primarily done through write-ins. And I'll say going to a write-in does force you to sit your butt in the chair and work and just knock out the words. That certainly happened this time, but I found that, you know, I made it through the first 2/3 of the month without going to one of those. And my goal this month was to sort of avoid relying on those as a crutch, and I think I've managed to do that fairly well. I'm fairly proud of being able to finally develop this habit of I can sit down in my own office or at my own laptop, wherever, and just start writing, and I don't need to rely on that crutch so much. And in doing that, I can still maintain the word count. So I'm really hoping that I can maintain that writing habit going forward. And I still want to go to the write-ins. The reason I went to the one last night was just that I had some friends there from previous NanoWriMos, and I wanted to go out and see them. So now it feels like the write-ins have become more of a social thing, to just sort of get out into the community a little bit, which I think that's what they should be in the long run. So I'm really happy about that. Anyways, that's all I really had to share. It's been, you know, a fairly uneventful NanoWriMo so far, which is a good thing because that means that I've stuck with just writing and been productive the whole time. I'm still going to do another vlog at the end of NanoWriMo where I will give you an update on how we did. I think it's pretty safe to say that I should complete on time. I might have a little bit of a crunch coming up. I'm still catching up to the daily word count, but almost there. I think I should be able to hit around 40,000 maybe tonight, which would be good timing. So anyways, hope you enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe, comment, share, etc., etc., and stay tuned because more vlogs will be coming. And I will see you all next time in another video.